Hey guys, Richard here from eBike Reviews and Adventures. Well, I just went and picked up some junk lumber from the big box store so I can work on some countertops for the cabinets that we put in a few days ago. Yeah, so, I used to do woodworking, and yeah, so I might make a video about that and just kind of show you what I'm up to. So here we go. Yeah, yeah, so that's how this channel got started. I think I've shared that with you a couple times, but this channel got started as a woodworking channel right about the time that the thing got started. When the thing got started, yeah, I just started tinkering around with woodworking a little bit, started having fun, making some stuff for the house. But all that changed. Yeah, I started making things just for myself, kind of learning as I go, and then I decided, let's make some YouTube videos, show some people what I'm doing, what I'm learning, all my mistakes that I make. And people really like that sort of thing. Oof. So I figured, hey, other people make mistakes, I make mistakes. So anyway, so yeah, the channel really took off. I mean, like within just a few months, it was just slammed. I grew my channel to, well, a lot of people. But, I was doing it mostly for myself and then a couple of family members, friends, that sort of thing. And I mean, after just a couple of months of building stuff, I started getting people I didn't even know contacting me, asking me to make stuff for them. And it's like, okay, I'll do a few things. So, I started making a few things for other people, and it was fun at first. I wasn't doing it to make money, so it's kind of cheap. And that's where I made my mistake, because everybody thought, oh, this guy's cheap, and he makes good stuff. And before you know it, I just had people just coming out of the woodwork from everywhere wanting something built. All right, but after dealing with people and trying to build stuff for other people, it became no longer fun. It was just downright frustrating. And more people kept coming because I was cheap and, I wasn't trying to make money out of it. And the word kept spreading and spreading, and I had no intention to do that, create a business like that. And it was fun in the beginning, and then it wasn't fun. And finally I said, forget this. And, I shared some personal stuff on this channel before. I do have PTSD, and I have a brain injury, so I have cognitive issues sometimes, and sometimes it's really hard for me to focus and concentrate. And now I'm not going to get into all that, but it quickly got to the point where it wasn't fun, and it was just, it was a nightmare. And I said, what am I doing to myself? I'm not making any money doing this, because I wasn't trying to do this like a business, so I was cheap, just trying to help people out, because that's the kind of guy I am. And I had this one lady I was dealing with. She was nice, but she was building her retirement home, some $500,000, $750,000. This was a few years ago. This is before. Now it's probably worth 1.5 or something. But she brought her interior decorator and this big palette of this big portfolio with all of these color palettes and samples of everything that was going into her house, because she needed her interior decorator to try to figure out what color stain to make her kitchen table. And they sat here for 2 hours, and to include standing in different parts of the room looking at how the different lighting and stuff was going to reflect upon these color samples that I had sitting out here on my workbench. And it about put me over the edge. Actually, it did put me over the edge. So I had already built her table, was just waiting for her to pick out a color stain, and managed to get through that, walked away from that deal. I had 7 or 8 other projects already stacked up for the next several months, and called all those folks up and said, I'm sorry, I'm no longer able to do this, because I was done. My brain was fried. I was done. I was having PTSD meltdowns and the like, and so that was it. I stopped. And at that point, since then, I've got some projects around the house that I wanted to do that kind of needed to get done. And I stopped those too. I couldn't force myself. I tried to force myself to come out here and to take on these projects. And every time I did, I almost like melt into putty right here on the floor. It just couldn't handle it. Couldn't do it. So this is actually the first, really the first project since all that I decided to take on. Now, I sold a lot of my woodworking tools, and of course, I no longer have a woodworking shop. I have an e-bike channel. But this is going to be a pretty simple build. Should be pretty simple build. I'm not going to build it like I built. I'll use this as an example. I'm not going to build it like I built this or that countertop over there because I don't have the tools to do it with. So it's not going to be built the way I would want it built, but I'm going to build it the way I can based on not really having all the tools I need to do it with. So it's going to be pretty basic build. But that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully get this done today. I mean, typically a tabletop like this would take me 3 or 4 days to do, just because of all the sanding and all the cutting and prep work and then assembly and then staining and all that other stuff that goes onto it. But this, I'm hoping, is only going to take me a few hours to actually get it assembled so that I can put it back there. I'm not going to try to stain it right away. We got rain for the next 3 or 4 days, humidity in the air. I'm just not going to try to do that. I'm just going to build it, set it over there, and hopefully the next week when it dries out, get a nice day, I'll pull it out and start staining it. Flying through the neighborhood. Yeah. All right. So, do I want to take you through this process? Probably not, because I'll mess up talking to the camera, trying to focus on what I'm doing, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see, anything else in the garage I can talk about real quick? Yeah, charging up some bikes. Nothing new. Got another company contacted me last night. Somebody that I had reached out to 3-4 months ago was interested in one of their new products. They never responded. So then the lady responded to me last night and said, "Hey, Richard, sorry it took so long to get back to you. I've been on vacation." Apparently for 4 months. So anyway, they didn't want to offer me the bike that I was interested in because it's no longer a new model, but they have got something brand new coming out that they want to offer. And it's a little folding type bike, kind of small. I don't think I'm going to accept it. But I told her I was interested in, bigger fat tire bikes. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. 2 other bikes shipped. They'll be here Tuesday. Got shipping notification last night. There's another one being shipped out Monday morning. That'll be here later next week. So that's maybe 3 next week. Busy times. Yeah. I'm not doing anything with my hands because I'm too busy talking. My brain doesn't work that way anymore. I still need to do the unboxing and the review of the Hollywood rack. And I'm kind of excited to test that one out to see how it compares with this quicker rack that I spent way too much money on. Yeah, I almost went that route. I almost went with the Hollywood rack. Came very close to it. But, 70-pound capacity per bike tray. And with someone in my position where I'm always getting in stuff and I never know what I'm getting in, I really wanted more capability. I didn't want to be limited to 70 pounds. So I went with this one because it's 120 pounds per tray for the 2 trays I have. So that, 240 pounds worth of bike on there. But nonetheless, really good rack. So if you're looking for a rack, I would certainly recommend this one. And I haven't even opened it up, but I would certainly recommend this one over the rack video that I did 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah, certainly would. All right, that's enough rambling for now. Look, I'm not making much progress as far as getting stuff put away. Oh, here's something new. There's something new right there. One thing at a time. Yeah, so I haven't even cleaned out these drawers yet. I'm still working on getting that stuff cleaned out. I don't even have stuff put away yet because I really didn't want to do anything over here until the cabinets were done and I knew stuff wasn't going to be moved around. Then I'll start filling them with stuff. I've got to get all the EcoFlow stuff unboxed because there's an electrician coming on Monday or Tuesday. I think it's Monday to install the panel. And I got to get that stuff going because I owe them a couple of videos here in early January. But here's something new I just got. That's a pull down green screen. Yeah, I had a green screen that you unfold and I had it tucked away over here for a while, but it wasn't really big enough for what I needed. And so that's a pull down. So my intention is, see that up there? That's going to come off and I'm just going to attach it to that rail right up there and leave it sitting there. I hope I can get it up there, still have space to open the garage door. That's the plan. And then I can pull that down because often these bike companies are asking for photos of me standing with the bike, sitting on the bike so they can get measurements and show people, hey, this guy's 6'1" and this is what it looks like. And sometimes they've asked for Emma or Devin because they're shorter, and so this makes it easier. We can do it right here in the garage. I don't have to go out somewhere, try to find something scenic, and then take a couple of photos, and because I oftentimes don't have anybody with me anyway that can snap a photo. But here I can get Mrs. Adventure to step out and snap a couple of photos when I'm standing right here in front of the green screen. That's the idea. Or I can get Russ is right or something. I can get out here and record myself talking in front of the green screen and then superimpose it over a video of me just riding around. I don't know if I like that though. I've done a couple of videos similar to that, but it's not really my style. Not my style. I should close this up. So have you heard that we've got a pretty big storm brewing? You guys probably haven't heard unless you're in Florida or in the southeast, because it's going to impact the southeast, I guess. Big storm brewing. I gotta close my back window. I had my sliding window open. I had a piece of wood, longer piece of wood stuck through. Yeah, so this storm that's brewing is, they're saying it's going to bring tropical force winds, possibly even hurricane force winds, even though it's not a hurricane or a tropical storm. It's not spinning. It's just a storm that's building, and it's going to move across the Florida peninsula, and it's going to create some havoc because they're talking huge winds, and some parts will get 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, which isn't a big rain, but still a fair amount all at one time. So we're going to be dealing with that tomorrow night. Let's see here. All right, so that's going to be it. I got to get this thing built. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Not going to take you through the process. And maybe before the rains come in today, I'll get out and do another riding video. So hey guys, stick around for the next video. I'm sure there'll be something popping up right about now.